Hey, good morning. Welcome to Survival Skills. Well, it's morning where I am. Um, yeah, so we're on the 1.18 experimental snapshot, playing some survival here. I'm in creative mode right now, so I can fly around and show you things. So we're having a good time. This is, I guess, part of the new mountains. I don't remember. These aren't like super high. I think they top out at like Y130. And from what I've seen, I believe they're supposed to be some much bigger mountains. We haven't really explored a whole lot here just yet. We've been setting up base. Maybe we'll find some of those, and I'll show those to you when we find them. But we've this area here has got these. They go up to about Y130, and if you look at them, I think these are different. The way they're steeper, and well, you can just look for yourself. So let me go into first person here, so I can show you around. So we just settled here, and we were looking for mountains. So this is one of the first places that we found. Here's a little something that Hyper Holly is working on. He's wants to make like what's this called? A colossus. Um, it's interesting. Oh, this is where my iron went. Okay, buddy. You can't just. I was mad at him because I was wondering where my iron went. He snagged on my iron to make the face of this thing. Okay. Oh, and I had some lava buckets that I think I know where those went. So here are the eyes. Okay, Hyper, you're back on the white list. Uh, um, anyway, that's the Colossus that he's making. So let's see. So there's more of same over this way. We just did farms, and we're settled this village here. Got some smiths going, and found a couple of cool data packs that I'm using here. One of them makes coal from charcoal, and another one makes nether wart from the crimson fungus, blocks. So we got brewing stand, and I'm trading those the smiths up, the tool smith and armor smith and weapon smith, trading with those guys to get them up to master so we can get some diamond tools. And this is the other one of the more impressive things that I've seen. Check this place out. And then I've never seen a village like this. all igloos. Look at the caves and stuff. And then these little igloos perched, different places here. Pretty cool, huh? And I found a really nice, really great caving area. I streamed it. If you really want to see the day-to-day stuff, check out my streams. I usually stream around, somewhere between. I start between 9 and 10 in the morning, and then I usually just go until I get tired. So I'm streaming most mornings. That's West Coast time, United States Pacific Standard Time. So from like 9:30 until a.m. until at least 12 p.m. and sometimes much longer than that. So I was caving, and I remember they in one of the updates with the developers for 118, they asked one of them if the moderator asked one of the developers if there would be caving in 118, and the guy would just nodded his head with a big grin. And I didn't know what that meant because we've all been wondering if branch mining, is still going to be a thing in 118. And it's really not that productive to branch mine. It's really better to cave. Branch mining is good for finding caves, but it's not really efficient for finding ores. So that's been my experience with it so far. But once you find them, like I found an area where there was iron. It was down like at like negative between negative 30 and negative 54 was where I was mining. That's not what the ore map says, but that's where it all was. And there were just tons of iron there, but they were in small clusters. It was in small clusters of ores spread like over a relatively small area, but you had to dig for it because you didn't get a whole bunch at one time, but it was all over the place. I couldn't dig a block without finding another little vein of iron, you know. I was digging and digging and digging. There's still more down there. I haven't, you know, I just got tired of digging for it. Got a lot of iron. Just figured I'd go back and get more when I'm ready. So I see what they meant now about the fact that you know, mining is still a thing. It's just it's a different thing than it was in earlier versions of Minecraft, and it's more fun, I think. I enjoy it more in 1.18. Here's an interesting thing here. This is I haven't seen this before either. This waterfall here, and then when I came down here, I see this moss here, so that tells me there are probably some lush caves here. So you see all this clay, and maybe some glowberries here and there. But the moss is the giveaway that you're probably near a lush cave. So I went behind this waterfall and found this. And then I did a waterfall of my own to get me down there. So here are what the lush caves look like. And there are mobs down here for sure, but you know the way they did the lighting now with the you know, requiring that it be absolutely dark to spawn mobs. It has to be like a light level 0. So they'll spawn back in places maybe like this darkest corner, but if there's any light, they don't spawn. So that's nice. I think maybe they did that so that you had a half of a chance when you're in these caves. So if you just place torches here and there, it lights it mostly up. Now this part I left dark. There's no light in here. I'll bet these are some 0 blocks, so you can see some skeletons. But down in these areas where I lit up, it's pretty free of mobs. They might wander in from dark areas, like they'll spawn up there, right? But they're not spawning down here. I don't know if you remember the earlier snapshots for like 1.17 with the caves when you went down there. It's like and the 1.17 release, when you went down into a dark cave, those deeper caves, it was just crawling with mobs. It still kind of is, but then it doesn't take as many torches to light it all up. You can see that I spaced them out more. That I don't have a torch every 5 blocks. That just would not be practical for these big caves like this. So I think they had that in mind. So you don't have to put down as many torches to make it, you know, relatively safe to come down here and mine. So this isn't really down deep. I think I went down this way, maybe. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I think it's down here. Yeah, there's my bridge. So I got down into this area down here, and actually even back in here, I think. And this is just an example. You find this, I find this everywhere. And if I just dig in a couple of blocks when I start to mine this stuff out, if I dig back, you know how you do with diamonds, you poke back, you dig out the diamonds and then you dig around them a little bit. Well, with this iron down here, at least in this area, when I do that, I would dig this out. I would dig back a couple of blocks and I would find more iron and more iron and more iron. So this area here, I was just digging like crazy, trying to get, just getting all the iron I could get, and I came out of it with like 3 or 4 stacks of iron. And there's still more down here. You can see all the little places where I dug. Yeah, so mining is alive and well. It's just not branch mining like we used to think of branch mining, or like we used to do, like down at Y11. It doesn't work like that. Diamonds seem to be more rare. I have not found, I find diamonds here and there. Now, if I could do a lot of branch mining down in these deeper levels. Where are we right now? We're at this is negative 35 here and down. If you wanted to do a lot of branch mining, you probably find some diamonds, but they're really spread out. The clusters are really spread out. It'd be very easy to dig right past, a diamond, and they're not in big clusters. There's not like 8 diamonds at a time. It's very, very rare to find a big cluster of diamonds like that. Now, you find them in 2s and 3s, so it's easy to miss them. So they made it so you really have to explore more to find diamonds, and dig around more to find diamonds. So that's been my experience anyway with 118, and it's been playing this as experimental snapshots. Answered some of the questions that I had about things like that, mining and stuff like that. So there's a lot more of these formations now. I'm using the lava thing with those. I don't remember if they're called stalagmites or stalactites. You can bone meal these vines, by the way, to get glowberries. So if you bring back a glowberry and just hang it from something, you can see that they'll grow quite long. They attach to the underside of a block. They'll grow. They can get really pretty long. I think according to the wiki, they can get up to 24 blocks long. I haven't experimented, but look at these. And if you hit one section with bone meal, it'll produce a glowberry. So you can mine them. They make good decorations around the base. I'm not sure what else they're good for. Yeah, so I brought some back, and a couple of things back. So I tried this lava thing here. I did a super simple one. This is good enough for me. So just some lava, a source block of lava, and then attach a dripstone underneath it. I don't think you need a cauldron here. I could have just dug a hole in the ground, but I put a cauldron under here because I was experimenting and I didn't know how it would work. So then I have to go check to see how many items you can smelt with a bucket of lava and see how it works, because I think if you keep the items coming, like if you put a bucket of lava in here, you've got like a couple of stacks of iron or something that you want to smelt, which I don't have. I smelted this stuff. Then if you keep feeding it, I think according to one person I talked to, you can smelt up to 100 items with a bucket of lava, but I haven't tested it yet. So that's what I'm using that lava thing down there for. It's just occasionally I want to smelt some stuff, I'll go get a bucket. If I want to smelt a bucket of lava and do my smelting. This is my coal generation room here. Our coal generation room, and then this is our food room too. And this plug-in I have, I don't know if I have any charcoal. Let's see, do I? No. I turned it all into coal. It lets you put a piece of charcoal in the upper corner of the crafting table and then turns it into coal. So I put that on there. It's a little bit of a cheat, but we're doing everything else in survival, so what the heck. It lets me power up the smiths without making an iron farm, and it would take too long to mine that much coal. So I can power them up with coal now, because they all buy coal. And I don't know if this is new, but the weaponsmiths didn't use, I don't know how they worked before, but you can, I think, fairly predictably get a coal trade out of a weaponsmith now. I don't believe that was the case before, but you just have to change out their workstation until they offer this as a first trade. But when I first tried this guy, he wasn't offering to buy coal. He was only offering to sell axes and stuff. But I just kept breaking his workstation and replacing it until I got this trade right here. Very, very nice trade to have. So I want all of these guys to buy coal. Oh, and iron was the other thing. So this is the one that I didn't know about right here, whether that could get them to buy iron. So I don't think there's any way to predict this, because he doesn't offer this as a novice. He'll only offer it as an apprentice. So you won't know until you trade him up to apprentice if he's going to buy iron from you. But you can control this coal trade this by just cycling in his workstation. That's what I was mixed up about. So iron is kind of like you got to have a little bit of luck. But maybe I'll have to go check the loot list for these to see if they always offer iron and coal as a first trade together. You know, if that's the case, then you just make sure he buys coal from you, and then that means he'll buy iron. I hope that's the case. So I know that was confusing, but you'll figure it out. So working on this one. Got him up to journeyman, and now I'm just chopping trees to make more coal, so I can trade these, get these guys up to where I can buy diamond gear. So like I said, diamonds are scarce, so your knowledge of villagers and villager training comes in really handy in 118, because it's just you can mine around for diamonds. I did it in the 117. With the preview data pack, and if you cave around a lot, you'll eventually accumulate diamonds. But if you want to get powered up quickly, then the best thing to do is make those smiths and buy your diamond gear. So I think that's all I wanted to show you for today. Just that we're doing the 118, and the lush caves are here, and we've got these mountains, and we're going to be looking for the big ones, the tall ones. Sneak said that we did this world, I've generated this 118 world twice. In the previous one, we were just flying around looking at things, and somebody told me that they found those really tall mountains. So I'm hoping those are a thing. If they are, we'll find them. So let's see, we talked about the lighting and the lush caves and the mountain generation, and a little bit about mining, you know, and where you're going to find ores and stuff like that. So I think that's good. I just wanted to share that with you, and let you take a look at some of these things. So that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch us play and get more of the details, you know, come check out the stream. I stream every day from around around 9:30 until noon Pacific Standard Time, and then come join us on Discord if you want to chat. Anyway, thanks a lot. I'll see you all later. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.